Good morning, my fellow designers and vloggers and anybody else who cares to watch this insane life. So here we are and we're off to Reading. This is going to be quite exciting, hilarious. I've just had some builders who very much wanted to be on TV, they told me. It's always nice, isn't it? I'll see what I can do, leave it with me. So we're off to Reading, as I said, and the curtains are going in today, or at least I think the majority of them are. I think there's only a couple of places that need to be done later on when the fabric is sorted out. The joinery is all but finished. It should be end day today. Lots of different confusing emails and calls coming in. This was something which I really didn't want to happen, but sometimes you can't stop it. Clients speak to workmen, workmen speak to clients. Confusion happened and I had to sort it out. You are very much piggy in the middle of these jobs. Always remember that. It's about 7:15 here in West London. We're off to the station for another hour's journey. I've been a little bit healthier today. I've actually brought a salad with me. That's a shocker, isn't it, for most of you? To my normal, terrible diet that can exist on site. Anyway, never mind that. So today, apart from the curtains and the joinery, I need to discuss a few things with the client. Notably things like handles for the joinery. I've sent them an email already, so they are hopefully perusing those. And I should be really sorting out the layout. I've informed the clients that I'll be moving some furniture around, which needs to happen, and it really needs to happen now. Now is my chance to do it whilst I've got people A, on site, and B, they're sort of out of the house. They're sort of, shall we say, they're not going to be so bothered because furniture's going to be moving around anyway with the curtains. Tomorrow I am planning a day at my desk, which will be the first day at my desk in a very long time. I sort of caught snippets here and there, hours here, hours there, and usually generally either the afternoon or a morning, something like that, but rarely have I had the chance to do a full day. I need some serious invoicing brain power, working across, I think, really about 4 or 5 properties for one client. So I need to get all my eggs in one basket. I would actually say to most people, when you are invoicing, if a client has 2 or more properties, split all the properties individually. There's nothing more annoying for a client, especially if they're sort of recharging somebody else. They want to know what job to charge for other people and what is being paid for by them pertaining to what property. The other conversation that has gone on is to do with the new property. This is the new job, the Sloane Square job. And the Sloane Square job is, as you know, is quite a big job to do. I've spoken to the builder. He's a little bit apprehensive because the client wants to live in. Now, when a client wants to live in, this means that they want to be on site whilst the building work is going on. This is never a good idea, ever. But sometimes you can't tell people, so you need to advise them as best as possible and find ulterior ways to get the job done. We shall see how that works out. I'll let you know. Be very interesting to see exactly whether I can persuade her even to move out just for a few weeks. It's not fun in the middle of winter, no hot water, no heating, and dust everywhere. Welcome to a very misty and murky Reading, or rather coming up to Caversham. I think this is technically still Reading. Brett, if you're watching, Brett is a friend of mine over on Anchor. If you've not been over to Anchor, Anchor the app, that is a podcasting platform where I speak to people over there and they get to hear audibly all the different things that go on a day-to-day basis. And Brett and many others are over there. I'm going to be doing some product reviews soon. I've actually had quite a few emails come in on my email. There's quite a few people that have been asking me for what's my favourite book, could I recommend a few tools and things like that. I do have a few things on my website which I sort of put up their resources. But I think I might do a few videos for you. There's a few books which I think might be helpful to those of you that are starting out, because I think that there's a bit of a gap in the market. Maybe I should write my second book and find something for you there. But I think there are a few books that would help the novice interior designer, just to give them an idea of how they should be going about things and what order things go on, etc, etc. So I'll see if I can do a few of those and put those up on YouTube and Facebook, see if that can help you just a little bit. A quick update on the Chelsea house. They're all moved in, all happy as Larry. They've had a few issues, I think, with some air in the pipes, so they thought that their heating was off. We sorted the pipe work out, that just needed to be flushed through. And then they had another issue, they thought they couldn't turn the heating on, but that had more to do with they didn't know how to work the app, their smart meter app, so it had nothing to do with the build. So that gave us a little bit of a panic, shall we say, or at least it gave the plumbers a little bit of a panic. They didn't quite know what was going on, but yes, technology, it gets to us all. So here we are at the Reading job, and everything is going smoothly so far. The curtain's not yet in, which is absolutely fine because I've just been clearing rooms. The joinery is in downstairs, which is looking great. It's a little bit messy down there at the moment, but I'll show you that in a moment. The study doors are on, which are looking great, and there's a few things to do as far as shelving actually in the cupboard itself, but that's all well and good. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're about to start work on the landing cupboard, which I think I showed you in another video. I'll put that up there so you can kind of see what it looked like before.
So here is the study. So you can see the top two doors are not on yet. These are the long doors here which are on. These are going to be painted, of course, and you can see here the two upper doors here just resting, so they will fit quite nicely over there. And you can see this is sort of a hand painted finish, and if you open up here you can see the shelving that has been put in. So we're going to be moving a few things around. That plug socket there needs to have a shelf above it, and there's a plug socket underneath there, and the shelf should be below it, not above it. So that's the change.
I'm now clearing this particular room. This is the green room, and I'm preparing it for the other furniture that needs to come in here and moving a few things around. As you might have seen from the other videos I've made, this room has been used and is still used at the moment as a holding room, as a storage room, whilst we move everything else around and whilst work is carrying on down below in the other floors. Otherwise, the bench is in for the dining room table down below. That's looking absolutely fabulous. And the glass top has arrived for the table, so that's looking nice and neat, and I'll show you that one as well when I get down there.
And here is that table. You can see this is 6mm toughened glass just sitting quite nicely on the top of the dining table. Here are the lights. These are the Charlotte lights, and they're great. They're almost, they come in a pendant as well as these sort of flush fittings, and they're great. 3 bulbs in there. And these, as you can see here, now that's obviously where it's been chased in. These are the master bedroom lights. So these are beautiful. They're obviously covered up here, just protecting whilst we do a bit of the work. And these are the master bedroom wardrobe doors. They're just being fitted at the moment, not finished.
Curtains soon to be gone.
So here we have the brackets going up for the new curtains. That's Rob there, happily putting things in. And these are the new curtains in. So you can see here we have the antique brass, just a normal curtain pole. We have obviously some glass finials. And obviously this is the very, very, at the moment, creased. So you can see all the creases that are down here of the new curtains, the new linen curtains. So these will need to drop out. And you can see that they are just touching the floor at the moment, just along here. But we'll have to watch those as they drop, just to see exactly whether we need to hoist them up a little bit. next to the chair from Graham and Green, looking good, or they will do once they're ironed. And over on the other side we have the chest. And I think this item of furniture will be moving, but it's here for the moment until the client decides what they want to do with it. I'd like to move it out of here, but all looking good so far. Be nice to see this in the daylight when it's all ironed and straight. Now these are the wardrobe doors, which the glazing has been put in, so they do need painting. These are going to be hand painted, but the glazing is in. They've been primed, so I'm just looking at here. These are going to be lined with fabric, and obviously just from here all the way along to here, that's where the wires are going to go. That's going to hold up the fabric, the inner lining, as it were. Downstairs, the joinery has all but finished. Obviously we need the handles to go on, but apart from that, this is why, as you can see here, we've got these little bits of tape. They're just being used as drawer openers for the moment. That's all nicely done. Soft close. Beautiful. That's great. This is Clunch by Farrow and Ball. And this here, obviously, when you're cutting holes for wires, you obviously just need something which is going to tidy up the wires and look nice. That's what those are. That's if we need them. We may well not. But so far, all looking good downstairs.